be nice to break even.
So Bob, tell us about the bookshop and how it came into your mind and how you got it from your mind into reality.
Well, I've always been a book dealer for the last 30 plus years, and I've worked through antique centres, and I don't control what they sell and how they sell it, but having my own bookshop, which had a massive bookshop, my first bookshop, and I could sell my own books, but we started with cards just to diverse a bit, but then the books looked after themselves, and after 11 years, you know, we are an established bookshop.
And it's not just so much what the bookshop means to you, but it's also what you think the bookshop has come to mean to Blackpool. Could you say a little bit about that?
Oh, the highest culture in Blackpool. We've got very complicated books in there, books, you know, that look at in a complex way about a lot of things. So a lot of them is postgraduate education, but I mean, people could, before they go and do the degrees in Oxford and Cambridge, they come there and they explain in Oxford what they've done in the bookshop, and that seems to get them in there. With Cambridge, I think it has to be academic excellence really, but we still get them coming into the bookshop before they go to Cambridge.
And I know you've talked a lot about metaphysical writing and metaphysical philosophy, and you dipped into T.S. Elliott, The Wasteland, recently. Could you tell us why you see The Wasteland as metaphysical?
Well, the wasteland is what it is, wasteland. But you're looking at perhaps what was there, or what could be there, or what will be there, or what's there now. But it was a wasteland, and the metaphysics is imagining what can be done with that area, seeing what can be done with that area, what that area used to be. It's all these thoughts on the positive of a wasteland, which was just really a metaphor for the First World War.
So poets writing about metaphysics have often focused in on birth, marriage and death. I think someone said hatch 'em, match 'em, dispatch 'em. Do you think that your reading in metaphysics has focused very much on birth and marriage and death?
It can be on relationships, how they come within the culture. But I don't think death necessarily, but science has got a poor attitude to death, but religions, it's a little bit a part of religion, and but religion itself is much greater than just about death. To some extent, it's a foretaste of heaven.
And you yourself are quite committed, not just to books, but also to Catholicism. Do you find a way to marry together your twin passions, Catholicism and bibliophilia?
No, I'm a seeker of truth, really. And, you know, within the Catholic Church, that is the truth. But, yeah, I think anybody that's interested in philosophy is a seeker of truth.
Now, you get a lot of people popping into the shop to ask you for directions, and I know that because I send a lot of them in. I say, oh, you're lost. Bob can tell you everywhere in Blackpool. So it seems you are insinuated, woven into the fabric of Blackpool's street map. Do you feel like that you belong to the heart of Blackpool?
I think I've got a place here, yeah. I've worked a lot with the community on Grange Park, and since moving to Central Drive, I work with the community there, and we've had such great success. It's not due to me, it's due to the community there, and people helping the community, such as Left Coast and the university in Preston.
And who are your favourite customers? I mean, often you'll be surrounded by your acolytes and your followers, But who are the customers that really bring the place alive for you?
Well, a lot of the old men are very sarcastic, so we're a little bit tuned in with that, a little bit, you know. So we're making childish jokes and that sort of thing, laughing at silly little things, you know. And that's unfortunate what old men are like, they never grow up.
And what's your favourite section in the bookshop? I mean, there are many, many topics and they run deep. I mean, you've got about 300 books on the history of drama, but what's your favourite section?
I am really proud of the feminist section, even though I'm a man, you know. I've got some lovely books on feminism, and they're not always taken advantage of, but I'm a feminist specialist, I've always been that, and I'm happy to have focused on that. There wasn't many Victorian books written by women.
You see the future of Bob's books as more expansion, more popularity, more customers. I mean, I remember last year when I said to you on World Book Day, are we going to publicise anything special? And I think you said, of course not. Can you talk a little bit about why you're not a mainstream bookseller?
We have nothing to prove whatsoever. We know how good we are.
And does that being good come from the quality of the stock, or does it just come from your legendary ability to source?
It's about the stock, isn't it? People don't look at me when they come in the shop, they look at the books.
And recently you were interviewed by the Gazette. You'd been in post 10 years in Blackpool, and they came in and they took a panoramic picture of you. How proud were you to see?
It was the photographer interviewing me, and he hadn't got a clue about what he was on about. But he just took some nice pictures.
And what's the next step for Bob's books? I mean, you've conquered Blackpool, you're thinking about conquering Manchester, Blackpool today, tomorrow the world.
It'd be nice to break even.
Thank you, Bob. It's been a pleasure.